Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is me. It is Beverly Lucas, and I am the host of For the Love of Cooking Fridays. What do we do on Fridays? We make a magnificent meal that is better than the restaurant. Every Friday, I try to post a video of some of my delicious meals that I make. You're talking about homemade, for the mother that's looking for something different, for the grandparent who wants to spend some quality time in the kitchen with their grandchildren, for the college student who realizes that they don't know how to cook, for the spouse who just wants to do something extra special for their mate. This video is for you. What are we making today in Beverly's kitchen? Let me think about it. I'm going to make some stuffed salmon with shrimp and with crab. So I was kind of undecided whether or not I should just make crab cakes and then have the salmon and then maybe the shrimp and just stuff the shrimp with the salmon. But I decided that I'm going to make a mixture in which we are going to put the crab and the shrimp in the salmon, and we are going to sear the salmon first, and then we're going to bake it in the oven. In addition to that, our side dishes is going to be some steamed broccoli, steamed in chicken bouillon cube, and we're gonna make some old-fashioned baked potatoes. Just baked potatoes, you rub them with some oil, some salt, put them in aluminum foil, put them in an oven, 375 degrees for 1 hour. So there's that recipe for you. So come along with me and on this journey. And if you like this recipe, I'm going to invite you to take a look at my book, my own cookbook called For the Love of Cooking. And this can be purchased at fortheloveofcooking.biz, or you can just go to my website, beverlyslucas.com, and it will take you right to this cookbook. This cookbook is filled with many recipes that are delicious. So are you with me? Are you really with me? Tell me that you're with me. Okay, come on. Let's get it started. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to put our potatoes in the oven. So I am serving for 3 people. I have guests coming today. My girl Lisa Alexander from out of town. She's here from Mississippi. So I just wanted to make something special for her because she is so supportive in all of my videos and everything that I do. So we are doing this for Lisa. So I have my potatoes, I have washed them, and I am going to, I should already be ready, right? I'm gonna get some olive oil out and some Mediterranean salt. So you may be asking the question, I address this all the time, do I wear rubber gloves? I do. I do when I am cooking for other people or catering for other people, I should say. But Lisa's like family, so I'm sure it'll be okay. Now, the thing about, or the secret about these types of baked potatoes is you want to use a salt that is coarse. So you don't want to use like a table salt. So this is a Mediterranean salt. And of course, the olive oil helps for the salt to stick to the potato. We just fold it. And we just do it like this. And I know we make a lot of potatoes in the microwave. It's fast and it's easy. But there's nothing like a slow baked potato from the oven. So I'm going to put these in the oven at 375 and I'm going to cook them for 1 hour. I'm going to put my timer on and we are going to go from there. You with me? Stay with me. Okay, next I'm going to prepare my seafood ingredients. So I have some shrimp here. It's Louisiana shrimp from Wegmans, of course. And so I'm going to peel and devein this shrimp. And in addition to this shrimp, I also have from Wegmans that I had in my freezer just some cooked shrimp. So I'm gonna add this after I peel and devein these shrimp. This beautiful salmon. Have 3 pieces. I tried to get 3 pieces that were thick because we're going to be cutting in the middle here. And I do not like salmon skin, so we're going to skin that off. I'm just going to cut here, and this is where we're going to stuff everything. So then we have our lump crab. When I say lump, that's lump. That is going to be so good. I have some green and red pepper that I'm going to make for the filling, and some red onion. And we're gonna saute those in butter, and then we're gonna mix it with the shrimp, along, of course, with my favorite, if you're from Maryland, Old Bay seasoning. And it's so funny because, you know, I lived in Buffalo for 17 years of my life, and I was a sales rep for a computer firm called Azerty. And they were in Orchard Park, New York, which is where the Buffalo Bills played. But my territory was Maryland, Virginia, even though I had never been here. And so one day, one of my clients asked me about Old Bay because she knew I like seafood. And she said, well, do you have Old Bay? And I said, I'd never heard of Old Bay. And she ended up sending me like a big container of Old Bay. And so even before I got here, I knew the magic of this seasoning. So we're going to use the Old Bay to saute the shrimp and the crab and the bell pepper and the onion. And it's going to make just a simply delicious filling that is going to be layers upon layers of flavor. And that's what we like. We just don't like something that's just flat in taste. We want to build upon the layers. And then we are going to sear the salmon, and we are going to put it in the oven in order to finish. So let's keep going. So I become really spoiled through this gadget or chopper that I ordered from Amazon, and it just chops up all the vegetables. And when I have a lot of vegetables, I just put them in here and it just chops them up. So I'm going to saute these vegetables until they are translucent. Usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes. My spatula so I can get everything out here. Okay, so the vegetables are good, and I also added about a clove and a half of some garlic, adding the raw shrimp, which I chopped up in small pieces. And again, this is going to serve as the stuffing. The smell is unbelievable. So what I also did with the shrimp is I put the Cajun seasoning, and this will be in the description. So I put a little bit of the Cajun seasoning on the shrimp. I sprinkled the crab, the Old Bay, and we're going to fold this into this mixture. Okay, so while preparing this, I see that I need some type of binder. So I had some Wegmans seasoned breadcrumbs, and this is about, well, it is 1/8 of a cup. Turn that off. And I'm just going to add that to there. Now I'm going to add our crab, and I'm going to leave some for the presentation. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to fold it in. You don't want the crab to come apart, but you want to incorporate it into all the seasonings and the garlic and the onions and the peppers. So we just take the rubber spatula and we just fold it in. So we're not mixing, we're folding. It's just when you take the spatula and the ingredients and you just take it around like that. And I have it off the heat because everything else is cooked and the crab is cooked. And now we have this beautiful, colorful, flavorful stuffing for our salmon. So now we're going to move to the salmon. I'm going to set this aside and go on to our next ingredient. Okay, so now I have made the slits in the salmon. I made little pockets here to put the filling in. And we are going to fill it with our shrimp and our crab mixture. We're just gonna push it in there, just like that. How do I know to do that? I don't. I am not a trained cook, but some things for me are just instinct. And there we go. Here is the second. And we are gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna pack it all in really tight. Smells good. And this is my third one. And we are going to do the same. Just pack. And now we are going to sear it. And then we're gonna put it in the oven at 375 for maybe about 10 minutes after we sear it. So stay with me, it's gonna be good. So I have the salmon ready and I just didn't want it to fall apart even though I have it packed in. So what I decided to do was to stick some toothpicks in to keep everything together while I sear it. Now I don't know whether or not that'll make a difference, but with me, I just have to go for my instincts. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, this is what it looks like after I have seared. So my baked potatoes are done and they are still simmering away. And I have seared the salmon. As I was finishing everything up, I realized that the salmon needed some type of sauce because I had a lot of the filling that was over. So I wanted to make something. So, you know, I did a little research and I'm going to come up with my own lemon butter sauce. So I am preparing the last dish for this meal, and it is broccoli. And you may think that broccoli is so simple, and it is, but the way that it tastes is based on the simplicity that you make it. And I took the stems, which I love, and I just used my potato peeler, and I peel off the top skin, about a cup of water and 1 bouillon cube. And I'm gonna cook the broccoli for no more than 4 minutes. And it's gonna be perfect. Just watch, stay with me and watch. So our meal is complete. It is complete. We have our broccoli. See how nice and bright green that is? But here is the star of the show. Can you see that? That salmon. Let me turn it this way. That salmon, along with that baked potato, topped with some sour cream and chives. I'm gonna try it. They say when some people eat their food, they just fall out. I'm not gonna fall out because I've been tasting it all the way. So I knew it was gonna taste like this. So we have salmon and it is stuffed with lump crab meat and shrimp. And we seared one side and we put it in the oven. And then I decided to make this lemon butter sauce. And I made the sauce with lemons and butter and a little white wine, some Worcestershire sauce, a dash of hot sauce. I don't know, about a teaspoon of sugar. Because you know I put sugar in everything. Oh yeah. You got to try this. If you are afraid to make it, or if you want some push in making it, just contact me. I can bring you along in my kitchen and we can do this together. But let me tell you, when you make food with love, it has a whole different texture. It has a whole different flavor. So thank you for being with me today and For the Love of Cooking Fridays. You see my video, I ask that you like it. I ask that you make a comment, and most of all, I ask that you share. Please share the videos and please subscribe. I am still looking for people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are a friend of mine, do this friend, your friend, a favor and go to the YouTube and go to my channel and subscribe to my channel so that I can take my cooking to the next level. Thank you for spending this time with me. I do not take it for granted, and I am so thankful for your support. I bet you wish you were in my kitchen right now, because this is some good.